The shared vision means to me that every child has a purpose, and it's my job to help families and children figure out what that purpose is at this time in their life and to dream big dreams for the future.
The shared vision is Alaskan shared a vision of a flexible system in which each person directs their own supports based on their strengths and abilities towards a meaningful life in their home, their job, and their community.
The shared vision is about people directing their own life. It gives all of us a unified voice and a unified direction to work towards, and a reminder that people with disabilities, they need to have a voice in their life and at any age, including early childhood age.
With this philosophy of the shared vision being so focused on strengths and the positives, it just sets the path in a different direction. The kids who are involved, they learn that their voice matters, their wants and likes matter, and these early childhood teachers get to sort of set the stage for that.
In an early childhood classroom, the shared vision looks like that we are embedding choice into most things that we do.
Everyone can communicate, right? So even if you have a young child who might not have a lot of words and might not be very verbal, that child is still communicating what they like to you. They still are demonstrating what they're really good at.
It takes a great deal of observational skills on the teacher's part to be looking for those things, looking for those sparks that you build on and that you can name for the child, but also for the parents, and noticing that in the classroom.
In my personal experience with my son, he was a kid who most people looked at him and saw him as being very destructive. He took everything apart, but he had teachers who really saw that as a strength, that he was curious, that he wanted to know how things worked. They also saw it as a potential employment path, that could lead to future independence. And we were having these conversations when he was 6 and 7, and it worked, right? It worked. He's 26 now, and for a living, he fixes broken things, and he does well.
My name is Erica Chilla, and I'm a mom of 4. My second son, Ace, he has some chromosomes that mutated, and that resulted in him having tumors that go all over his body. He has a lot of seizures every day. He's nonverbal, he's autistic, he's developmentally delayed, and there's a lot of other things that go along with that because his whole body is affected by his disease. Our preschool teacher, she looked at her students not as somebody she was working to get to kindergarten, but as a child that she was teaching how to grow up into a person, not just move up to the next class, but actually move through life with more knowledge. And so she had so much patience, she had so much knowledge to share. And then anytime we came in with something, this is what we learned about Ace, this is where his tumors are located, we'd be like, we looked at it, the brain, we're like, well, that's the visual area. So let's do things that we can help with his visualization. She just went above and beyond, and I could see it in all of her students. She just has a love for the person that they'll grow up to be.
So I had Corey Gilmore and Sabrina Richmond in my classroom. It demonstrated to the students that everybody has a place and a purpose, and it demystified the things that they could see that were different as far as wheelchairs and not being able to walk and talking a little differently.
When you go into preschool, the first question kiddos have is, why are you in the chair? Once we give them the explanation of this is why we are in these chairs, the next thing they want to know is, can you play with me? It's like, yes, I would love to play with you. Once they get that, they really do get it. And if people come in the classroom and start acting weird, they're like, stop that. That's just Mr. Corey. His chair is normal. that's when we know we've done a good job, kind of, because they've got the vision of us as people, right? We all want to be people.
It was neat because a lot of my kids have more intangible needs, ones that can't be seen as well. And with Corey and Sabrina, they could show these physical needs so that kids could understand it. And then as they get older and they learn about their needs and their differences, they can have that to hold on to, that everybody can be included.
For many families, preschool in particular is their entry point into special education services, the disability community at large. Oftentimes, these early childhood teachers are serving as sort of the introduction for this larger community that the family will be a part of.
Community resources are so important, and they might not be in your local area, but they're only like a phone call or an email away. Whether it's the Department of Education, whether it's the Infant Learning Program, whether it's Stone Soup Group.
So Stone Soup Group is a parent center, but we do provide resources and supports for professionals as well. Teachers are always welcome to call or participate in any trainings that we offer. CESA, this Special Education Service Agency, is here specifically to provide support to special education teachers around the state. SERRC also provides professional support for teachers and has great resources on their website. And then we also have Help Me Grow Alaska, and they have a call center, and anyone, including teachers, early childhood educators, can call and ask questions and get resources and support there as well.
The shared vision is really just good teaching. This is our hope and our dream for education, that it's not just about this school year, it's about launching kids off into a life where they feel fulfilled and successful and can contribute to the community, and knowing that it starts from the very beginning.